We analyze data from all 3,141 counties in the United States. Want to know which counties have the lowest rates of kidney cancer? They're rural, sparsely populated, mostly in Republican states like Nebraska, North Dakota, and Wyoming. So it must be the clean air, right? Or the healthy lifestyle, or maybe some conservative magic sauce. But what if I told you those same counties also have the highest rates of kidney cancer? How's that possible? This isn't a data glitch. This is a human brain glitch. When you analyze data from small populations, random fluctuations start to look like patterns. A few extra cancer cases in a tiny county, it looks like an epidemic. A few less, suddenly it looks like a miracle. This is the law of small numbers in action, and it fools us constantly. Your brain has two systems for thinking. System 1 is fast, intuitive, and emotional. System 2 is slow, analytical, and logical. System 1 sees a stat like cancer rates are lowest in rural Republican counties and immediately builds a coherent story. System 2 could check the math, but unless it has to, it usually won't. The story is good enough, so your brain moves on. Here are some real-world examples of how this trap shows up in business and leadership decisions. A new ad gets an unusually high click-through rate on its first day. The team doubles down on the messaging and budget, but the lift disappears within 48 hours. It was just a statistical fluke. A startup hears one glowing review from an early adopter and assumes the product is a hit, despite limited data. A new regional manager signs 2 big accounts in 1 month. Corporate assumes this rep is a rising star and models a new hire playbook around their success, but it turns out to be a timing coincidence. Step 4 of the decision-making framework, manage risks and upsides, helps us avoid the law of small numbers trap by using ranges for our estimates. When you're working with small samples, the variability is higher. Therefore, we should use larger ranges for the upside and the downside to account for this uncertainty. Here are 4 more ways to reduce your risk of falling into this trap. 1. Use larger sample sizes. Don't draw sweeping conclusions from tiny data sets. Wait for a broader set of results before taking major action. 2. Compare across time. Look at trends across multiple periods, not just one snapshot. Repeating patterns matter more than one-time events. 3. Challenge the pattern. Ask yourself, could this just be noise? Would I believe the opposite outcome if the numbers flipped? 4. Get a second opinion. When a surprising number jumps out, run it by someone else. They might catch what your brain missed. The law of small numbers shows how easily we can be fooled by randomness. It's not just about math. It's about how our brains are wired to find stories where there are only statistics. By pausing, checking the context, and expanding our thinking, we can make smarter, more resilient decisions. Every statistic tells a story, but not every story tells the truth.